story short, it's another week and I hope you're having a spectacular week. In fact, I am having a fantastic one. My name is Darrion Theatrics Narine and I am going to be your host as usual for this show here, Long Story Short. But let me share my good news with you. I've recently purchased a car. It's round in the back, pointy at the front, it's green in color, it's a Zabo car. Now many of you out there might say that it's not a vehicle, and I just want to let you know, I have a car. I have a car. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this show here where we take any kind of stories from around the globe and we put a little spin on it. We put a little analyzational skills, that's not a word, but we analyze it. We analyze it and we see what's up, and then we put our Trini perspective on that specific story. Now, it's usually true stories, but sometimes we like to mix it up, keep you guessing out there for sure. And one such story that is right now dominating the news outlets across Trinidad and Tobago is the arrival of monkeypox. It's here. And we have two cases, not one, but two. Take a look at this right now.
A second case of monkeypox virus has been confirmed in Trinidad and Tobago. The Ministry of Health in an advisory said the patient is a young adult male. The second case of mpox was confirmed via laboratory testing earlier today. The relevant county medical officer of health is currently conducting an epidemiology investigation and has initiated the local public health response, which includes home isolation and contact tracing for the patient. On Tuesday, the Ministry of Health confirmed the first case of monkeypox in a middle-aged male with travel-related history. The mpox virus is spread through close contact or through respiratory droplets. Common signs and symptoms may include a skin rash or mucosal lesions, which can last 2 to 4 weeks, accompanied by fever, headache, muscle aches, back pain, low energy, and swollen lymph nodes.
So, firstly, let's analyze this name. Who comes up with the names of these various diseases? I mean, monkeypox. Of all the different things that we could have thought about, monkeypox is the first thing that comes to mind, and we always naming diseases after animals. Now, it could be because a lot of these things originate from those animals in specific, but sometimes I just wonder, why? Why? Monkeypox, chickenpox. If we have any diseases that come out of Trinidad, it might be potong pox, and of course, all men across Trinidad and Tobago will be immune to potong pox because according to a woman, all man is dog. Yes, that is what we are oftentimes told, but we know that's not true, and we know that all men are indeed saints and good people, especially if it's a Trini man. Trini to the bone, Trini to the bone. But monkeypox is here, and many people are starting to panic already, and I want to tell you all, hold your horses. Hold your horses, hold them in the stable, hold them, and don't go out there and buy out all the toilet paper, because monkeypox is not as contagious as COVID-19. That's the good news. Take a look at this here right now.
Monkeypox is much less transmissible than COVID. We in no way anticipate spread like we've seen with COVID or a pandemic of monkeypox, but certainly the number of cases is concerning.
Monkeypox spreads through prolonged direct contact with someone who's infected. Flu-like symptoms, swollen lymph nodes, and a widespread rash are all signs of an infection.
So please don't be panicking too much. Don't let your heart race too much. We have this under control in Trinidad and Tobago. I see that our CMO is top of his game still. Our medical professionals here in Trinidad and Tobago, they're on top of it. So don't panic. Don't panic just yet. Make sure the toilet paper stay there. I really need toilet paper to be on the shelves when I go to use the toilet. Very, very important. Don't mess with a man's tutu. Yes, that is important. But, ladies and gentlemen, what we really don't have under control right now is the situation with the price of doubles and the bread, according to our Prime Minister. For those of you who don't know, there's been a decrease in the price of flour, and our Prime Minister, via a Facebook post, appreciate that he used the social media to the max. But via a Facebook post, he says, I thought that the price of flour And but the decrease in the price of flour would result in a decrease in the price of doubles and bread. Now that is what he pitched out there. That was my summary version of it. But he has gotten a response from the public, from many doubles vendors and many bakers alike. And they say, well, even though the price of flour has decreased, it wasn't significant enough to affect the price of doubles and bread. And that is because the price of all the other raw materials to make these items have gone up exponentially over the last couple months as well. So there's no adjustments, and I know many of you all out there are very sad over this. I myself am very sad, but the question I have in my mind is, why does the doubles keep going up? I mean, many of these doubles vendors are not even regulated. I don't even know if they pay tax. You know about any doubles vendors paying tax? If you do, please feel free to inform me, because I'm trying to figure it out. Why the doubles have to be so high? I know doubles vendors making more money than me, but that's not saying much. I mean, you know, it really depends on how much you're making out there. But sometimes you struggle hard and you want bread, they get the crumbs. Nevertheless, these doubles vendors are at the top of their game. These bakeries are at the top of their game. And they are able to just make all this profit there unregulated. Should we take a look at it? Should we allow it to free flow? I don't know, but always questions that we need to be asking ourselves. In other news though, I actually have a friend who got me into a fight with a man who was selling aloo pies and sahina. And he watched that man in his eyes and he said, listen, I'll throw China in your eyes and have you seeing doubles. Yep. Dangerous times we're living in. Dangerous times we're living in. When even a doubles man could be threatening you with some hot pepper. You'll pepper you down. You'll pepper you down, I tell you. And then I have another friend who owns a bakery. That man is indeed my good brethren. Amen. My friends, we now take this opportunity for me to go and collect 2 doubles while we cut to a break.
On the next episode of Nicole Larson Live, Living in Victory Every Day.
The report came back that she had 2 properly...
Eric, behave yourself, no man.
2 properly working kidneys.
A son means a legacy, a future, but a daughter, there's that protective instinct, that kindness, that teaching her how to love and how she should be appreciated.
Even though the years have gone by a bit, you still feel that pain and still feel grief over her not being here with us.
Just keep going. Some days you're going to be okay. Other days it still hurts. It's all part of the journey to recovery.
You fight for us, yes you favor us, and you prosper us. You bless me.
An encore of Nicole Larson Live, Living in Victory Every Day. Every Sunday at 8 p.m. and Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. on WESN.
Take some time for yourself or spend some time with the family at Sandy Point Village Hotel. Enjoy our various studio and suite apartments, self-contained with their own kitchenettes and Wi-Fi. We also have our famous 100-foot swimming pool and our beachfront restaurant, The Steak and Lobster Grill. And our location in Crown Point puts us near the center of activity, from the nylon pool to the local nightlife. Call us and make your reservations at 639-8533, 389-2378, or email us at sandypointvillagehotel@gmail.com.
Is it politics? What is it? Is it that nobody cares about sports?
The kind of support that sport used to get in the past is no longer here.
The thing is, taking a knee doesn't mean that that's the only thing you're doing now, Andre.
Right.
Taking a knee along with other stuff.
Samantha, what are you looking forward to when you return home to Trinidad and Tobago after winning the title?
Thank you very much for speaking it into existence.
Is there no pressure on Nicholas Ball?
It makes me more motivated to work hard and to go out there and rep the red, white, and black.
Why are we sending a team to the Winter Olympics?
There are a number of Trinbagonians who are in the diaspora and have grown up in winter sport. It's an opportunity that the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee will not close the door on.
I also believe in the players that we have. Once you can motivate the players, you can get the best out of them.
And welcome back to Long Story Short. Unfortunately, the price of doubles has increased so much that I couldn't buy any. So I just got a cup of chana, well, half cup of chana, to ensure that I satisfied my hunger. But welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Long Story Short. And right now, we move into a segment called That or That Can't Be True. And we're talking about a story that's happening out in the United Kingdom where there's a charity that is urging people right about now to call the vagina a bonus hole. Take a look at this article right here. Now, the charity is saying that they want them to do this to avoid offending people. I have no clue who this is going to offend. Why is calling your body part the appropriate biological term going to offend someone? That is absolutely ridiculous in my view. But nevertheless, it has received a lot, significant amounts of criticism, and people are not accepting this at all. Why would you call it a bonus hole? What do you feel this is? Is it like having a job and then getting a bonus? It cannot be the same thing. Next, they'll want us to call our penises a bonus finger. I don't understand it. I really don't. We need to really take some time to do some introspection as we investigate the world of sexuality across the globe and really call out things that just seem to be absolute nonsense. And this is one case where I think that is absolute nonsense. So go back to the drawing board with that, to that specific charity. And I'm so happy to hear that a lot of people are saying no to it. They're calling it dehumanizing by calling it a bonus hole, and I agree with that as well. So hopefully we're on the right track there, and there's still some people who are thinking for themselves and not just accepting whatever comes out in the media or suggestions from what is pop culture out there as well. My friends, and as we talk about all these crazy things and what can't be true, because I really thought that can't be true, but it was true. The next thing that popped up on my timeline, and has been popping up on my timeline on my social media constantly, is the cocaine in the White House situation. Yes, cocaine was found inside the White House in the United States of America. Take a look at this right here.
Secret Service is wrapping up its investigation into cocaine found inside the White House. Today, the agency told the House Oversight Committee it's not sure how the drug made its way into the White House earlier this month. The drug was found in a cubby used by both guests and staffers who were in the West Wing. Over the last few days, the agency has been combing through security footage and visitor logs, but the culprit is still a mystery. Its discovery prompted a partial evacuation and broader questions about the building's security.
Now, what I don't understand is why everyone is so shocked, or at least pretending to be so shocked. We have so many people who are just really great actors, like everybody's like, oh my gosh, there's cocaine in the White House. As if government officials across the entire globe don't be doing cocaine. You know, the same media follows life, and almost every single Netflix show that demonstrates government officials in some capacity, you all remember House of Cards, always shows at least 1, 2, 3, sometimes 4 government officials just doing cocaine. Now, it's because it's in the White House that it's become a big issue. But I want to know if it's cocaine and they call any place the White House. Maybe somebody just got confused. They thought the White House meant to sniff some white stuff inside there. And that's what happened. But of course, it's a major security concern right now. I really want to know how that happened. How they just leave that line around. I mean, people need to really understand the kind of craziness that's going on in the world right now. And this really don't shock me. It really doesn't. And if it shocks you, I feel as if you're pretending, or you're living under a rock, or we need to just come out into reality and accept that really crazy things are happening, even with the people who hold the highest positions of power. Now, does that mean that they have to be excused? I don't think so. I think what it means is that we need to have some stricter measures in place. Or we need to understand that people who rule sometimes at these levels, where they make influential decisions, also make bad choices as persons. And not just swoon everybody in as heroes, but understand that they themselves have so many different flaws. And this is just one example of that. I can imagine how much other examples there are out there when we're talking about governments across the entire globe. And my friends, while I leave you all to think about that, let's cut a break.
FanZone, your reliable, authentic supplier, has just gotten better. You can now visit our website www.fanzonett.com for your authentic wear and collectibles. The only place where you can use both your Visa debit and credit cards. Visit our website fanzonett.com to make your purchase today.
People really want to know, what about me? Where do I fit? Yes. What is in the ride for me in terms of a better Trinidad and Tobago? And I'm pleased to shed some light on that.
The purpose of bail is to ensure your attendance at court. That's it. It is not punitive, it is not rehabilitative.
We, the police officers, we are professional, and we are here for whenever the survivor is ready to come forward.
We have the right to private and family life, the right to religious freedoms and beliefs and thoughts and expression. But these rights are not absolute. Certain rights can be limited.
The law is to govern the whole, it's for all of us in public.
Long story short, and we move into a segment that I like to call Take Your Time. And if you are a person always in your garden, I'm not talking about time the seasoning, but rather telling you to put a pause on it and take your time. Take your time, I say. Take your time, I say. Take your time, I'm telling you. Take your time, I'm telling you. Take your time, I'm telling you. Check me for Carnival next year. That is my song. But take your time, where we talk about technology and different things in the tech world that is being advanced across the entire globe. And right now, again, the man himself, Elon Musk, is at the top of the news with the unleashing of robots. Robot AI is taking over at the moment, and I want you all to take a look at this video.
These are all real, by the way. I'm talking about the advancements in AI. But this week, I am seeing iRobot. Have you all ever seen that show with Will Smith, iRobot? This is like the beginning stages of that.
And I think we really need to just be a little bit more conscious as we approach the advancement and the introduction of robots into our world to help us with so many different tasks, yes, but also we need to be prepared for any possibilities or dangers that might be lurking right around the corner. Now, Elon Musk is very excited about this. I think it's an exciting development as well. I'm one of those who are pause, you see, your robots are a little nervous. But I am one of those who's more on the positive side of the advancements in AI, and I think it could make a difference in our entire globe and our world, in the world of medicine and even in the world of work as well. So I welcome it. But I do think that our consciousness needs to be raised, and we have to ensure that we're prepared in case of any emergencies and any circumstances where people might be in danger as well. We need to be prepared. But as we're talking about Elon Musk and all of this, we know that he's also in a big social media war right now. And if you all don't know, and you all are not on the pulse, so you didn't post, so you didn't retweet, or you didn't hear about this, and the only thing that you know about social media is that somebody tell you about it, I am going to inform you right now that Threads has been introduced to the world, which is supposed to be the main competitor to Twitter. Now, Threads comes from the meta world, that is the world of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, and we know that Mark and Elon have some disputes going on constantly. I don't know what their relationship is like, but clearly, it's not well threaded together at all. No. And if you think that Threads is what you use to put through a needle, I'm here to tell you that now Threads is something different, and we're sowing something new. 100 million users have already signed up over that by now. And I want you to take a look at this video on that.
It has become the fastest growing app of all time. Threads, the social media platform launched by Meta to rival Twitter yesterday, has already signed up tens of millions of users. Many of them say that Threads is similar to Twitter, and now Twitter is threatening legal action. It's accusing Meta of stealing its trade secrets and its intellectual property. Well, our technology correspondent is Mark Chislak, and he gave us his view on the new app's reception so far.
It's performing incredibly well straight out of the gate. About 30 million sign-ups in the first 24 hours, which is really, really big numbers in the social media world. We've had a chance to get to grips with it, and cosmetically it is very, very similar to Twitter, which is probably what's led to Twitter firing off this legal letter to Meta. The legal letter says Twitter intends to strictly enforce its intellectual property rights and demands that Meta take immediate steps to stop using any Twitter trade secrets or other highly confidential information. Now, Threads launches against a background of Twitter encountering quite a few problems. Since Elon Musk took it over, he's ordered sweeping job cuts. It's had quite a few issues with advertisers as well. So this looks like Meta is capitalizing on some of the issues that Twitter has. Now, Elon Musk has said that he's all for competition. Competition is fine, cheating is not. Meta has hit back saying no one on the Threads engineering team is a former Twitter employee. That's just not a thing. So only a few days in, and Threads has already managed to rumble into its first social media drama.
Yeah, a drama that will probably play out in those pages and those threads and those tweets and whatever we're calling them these days. And Mark, I just want to show viewers a graphic now that shows just quite how quickly social media firms and big tech firms manage to reach their million users. So they'll see at the top there, Netflix 3.5 years, because of course that began as a DVD sort of distributor, didn't it? Facebook taking 10 months there, Instagram down the bottom 2.5 months. Right at the bottom there, Threads, we're saying just hours. The rate of sign-up has been incredible, but I suppose the big question is, with that power and with all those users comes a lot of responsibility for the parent company Meta.
Well, hopefully they can thread their relationship back together and get things back on track in the world of social media. And as we're talking the world of social media, something came up on my Twitter quite recently, and that was something that troubled me quite a lot. Recently, some students were about to cross the stage for their graduation at Trinity College. However, they weren't allowed to do so because they were pulled out of the line and separated from their peers because of their hairstyles. Take a look at this article that's rolling up right now. And I want you all to tell me how you all feel about this, because for me personally, I found it to be very poor in taste. I think what we're seeing here is that we still have a very active colonial mindset amongst our people. To me, the hairstyles were pretty good. They were well kept, neat, and the boys themselves looked very neat as well as they got ready to celebrate what was supposed to be one of the biggest days of their life thus far. But to have something so oppressive, rules, regulations, so oppressive and so much existing in the past, still come up and not allow them to celebrate this grand moment, is something that has me deeply disturbed and troubled. It is time for us to take a deep look at all our policies, procedures, our laws that may be archaic and oppressive in nature, demonizing things in the past that are now deemed acceptable because our consciousness has raised. And we understand that the world has changed overall as well. We are one of the few countries in the world where our ministers and members of parliament sport dreads and different hairstyles. Hair is a signifier of your identity, and to steal one's identity or to remove it is something that should not be happening in 2023. Students should be allowed to express themselves and their identities, especially when it's something that is breaking the bonds of past ideas and themes tied to slavery and other unacceptable means of oppression. My friends, as we continue to move forward as a nation, I think it's time for us to take a deep dive and reflect on our nation's consciousness and look at the best way to chart a course forward. This is not it. Let us revisit all our rules and regulations across our schooling system. I think that our schooling system is in desperate need of revamping right about now. There are so many things inside there that are not allowing children to really move forward and be more innovative and to express their identity fully. Hopefully, we can see those changes happening in due course. And as we are on the topic of hair, one of the most radical hairstyles that I've ever seen is that of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. The bald head. Indeed, still radical to this day. But as Iowa George would say, all the bald head put up all your hand. If you're bald head, put up your hand. Whether you're bald and proud, or you have hair and proud, whether it be dreads or long hair or anything in between, be proud of who you are and be proud of your identity. This has been Long Story Short, and I am your host, Darrion, Theatrics, Narine. Have a great week ahead and continue to push the envelope on things that oppress. My friends, be happy, be positive, and put a smile on your face always.